Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll look how to create or simulate the hand camera and create very realistic looking animation. So probably all of you saw that video on YouTube where it look like it's flying saucer going, and this is very easy to create, and we'll just use this one as example. So let's create a plane. Scratch a little bit. So click on drop on our surface. This will be our base. Let's go open material editor. If you're in a basic material editor, switch to advanced. So we just need access some more options. Let's go switch our material to it's going kind of rocks. We'll go basic sand. Okay. We'll add ecosystem layer. Let's add plants, and we'll just go ahead and add coconut tree. Okay, click populate. So next what we're going to do is click on a paint, open this one. Okay, also what I want to do, I want to prepare a little bit this area. So we have a trees, let's remove them some. We'll go click on eraser and just remove this tree right about with our camera. And next things I want to do, I want to actually paint a little bit more trees on the edges. So I'll give it a little bit better perspective. We'll go to the brush, just leave it all by default, and just go right here by the edges. Okay. Okay, we're closing. Okay, let's go right click. We'll set to the white screen. Go to render to screen 640. Here our scenery preset. Let's go next create our flying saucer. So we'll just very simple, we create cylinder. So, actually cylinder, we create a sphere. We'll squeeze from top. So here's will be our flying saucer. Let's put it a little bit above. You know what, let's go change material for the saucer. We'll go to metal and we'll just select real steel plate. Click OK on this one. And next what we're going to do is open our timeline. So when the sphere is selected, right click, add keyframe to all properties. Let's go create maybe about 4 seconds of animation. So next we'll take it and we'll drag a little bit away. Let's move up. Okay, we're done with adjusting our flying saucer. Next we'll go to first frame. We'll click on a camera, and here's actually where we have it more realism. It is how the camera will work. So first off, let's go disable this always keep at level, so we can twist our camera, and we'll go by slightly twisting left this way. Okay, and let's point our camera down to the ground. So the reason is why, let's say you was playing outside, you was having a fun time, and somebody screamed, "Hey, look, it's flying saucer!" So you pull out camera from your purse or from your bag, and you try to put it on the saucer. So this is what we'll try to do. We'll try to simulate this. So we'll go to about here, and we'll set another. Now we have our camera, and we try to grab flying saucer. We'll point this way. Let's move a little bit away, so we kind of trying to follow. You can try maybe create movements this way. We'll move a little bit more. Again, we'll follow our. And if you notice, I creating this keyframe a little bit around, so it will look a little bit more real, how we can try to track fast flying object. Okay, let's go move a little bit more. Okay, we'll rotate our camera from the side. Let's go all the way to the end. The next option what we want to do in main camera, we'll go to the animation wizard and we enable vibrate. And what I want to do it is enable probably 2 hertz per second. So it's a 2 vibrations will be in 1 second. Okay, if you want, we can start from 1 and I'll see how it's happening. Let's give it about intensity of 10 should be okay. Let's give it this little bit shaky. It's what happens when you hold in your hands without tripod. So here we have it, our kind of flying saucer going. Let's go just look more. So right there you go. So here's our animation. So let's go to first frame. Other things, if you want it, we can add blur, but when we start applying motion blur on this camera, we also will have a little bit problem with the motion blur, so we probably don't want to do this. We could, when we're going to save, we will save Z as well, and if we want it, we can add depth field after in After Effects. So we're kind of done. Let's go loaded atmosphere, and here's a little bit trick. If you notice, all flying saucer have a very bad lighting. It's because it's how they're selecting. So we'll try to do the same. We'll have it sunset. It's when everyone knows the flying saucer are coming when it's sunset or a sunrise or on middle of night. So we'll give it us nice lighting. Okay, let's go preview. Okay. And again, when I'm saying about motion blur, so this is a without we are rendering. Okay, and let's go right now enable motion blur and we'll see what is different will be. Okay, and here with the motion blur our image rendering. So I think it's look interesting already. We're almost ready to render. Couple things I want to do. I want to increase ambient and diffuse. No, I don't want to animate it. So let's move to first frame. And I want pop-up luminosity. So it will be a little bit, give it light to the plane below that. Here's our animation. We have a flying saucer going around. You know what? Let's do a couple of things. Here we'll take our main camera and just maybe a little bit lower. I want to just cover some of the plants right here. Normally we'll probably center, but in this case it's given us point of reference so we can see the plants. Okay, let's verify a few things. So let's look about right, and I think we're ready to render. So let's set up. We'll call saucer. Also, let's enable our depth. So we can add in post-production if we wanted. We can add a little bit more of the lens focus blurring. Next, I will set on 30 frames per second. Most handheld cameras there was 60 frames interlace, so we can interlace 30 frames, which will be look a little bit more up to as a real hand camcorder. And we can go 640, or actually resolution will be about 720 on mini DV. So let's give it 640 by 400 for the size. Okay, we're ready to render. Now let's click on render our animation. Okay, now I will pause and we'll come back when animation finished rendering. Okay, so it's finished rendering now. Let's go open and preview. Here we have it, and you can notice how view what it does the best in this. It is make it environment look very realistic. So with only a few settings, we actually created very realistic looking shots, and with our camera positioning, it's look like somebody just found, pull out, and take it images. Also, if you remember, we did render as well Z-depth. So let's look right now in After Effects how we can integrate them together to create this distance blur. Okay, so here we're in After Effects. Let's go take our animation. We did it with the Z-depth and I won't just import it. Next, we'll go ahead, drop and drag on our composition timeline. It will create just automatic composition, and we'll take also Z-depth and drag below. Now when we select the main layer or the main animations, we go to Effects, go to the Blur and Sharpener, and we'll select Lens Blur. But now we have it, it is option we can adjust. So let's example move a little bit forward, and you can see we have it all very blurry here. By adjusting blur focal distance, we can actually specify how far we can go, and right now it doesn't change because it doesn't know how to apply. What we need to go and select our depth map layer, and we'll select our Z. So based on this, you can see now we're modifying. We increase focal distance, and what it does actually, it's calculating these gray colors, and based on that it will set how much gradients, how much gray will be in, so it will set what is blurring will be around. So in that case we can create let's go like for example we go on a beginning, we'll set to 0. It's when you pull out camera. We enable our key mapping, our frame keys. So we'll move a little bit ahead. Let's say at that point we want camera start make a little bit sharper images producing. So we'll increase 150 it will be. Okay, we'll go to next. Now it's on a flying saucer, and now it's camera better focusing on a, so we'll even add a little bit more sharper. And moving forward, example here we start going blur again, everything. Go a little bit maybe ahead. Here we'll pick up again. Maybe going to the end. I'll just set this as blurred again. So now if we preview, you can see how we apply distance blur to our animation to make it look a bit more even real. Again, this is not necessary step, because if you watch our first video, it's look very nice, and as well you can apply blurring inside the view. Here's again our final animation, and thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio, and enjoy experiment more with the camera animations we can provide and create very realistic look for your animations. Remember, visit us on our web is www.geekatplay.com.